they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this, Carmelo Anthony.
He's a natural scorer. It's that simple. Supreme confidence offensively. Can beat you from the three-point line. He can get you going to the hole, offensive putbacks. Beautiful mid-range game as well.
And he's not a standstill shooter only. I mean, he's a terrific ball handler. He's able to create space, has deceptive strength. And you talk about degree of difficulty shots, he can make those in spades. I mean, he can stop on a dime and knock it down, and he's got the full arsenal offensively.
This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Raptors. They're one of the top-flight teams in the league with the second-best record in the Eastern Conference.
Well, right now for the Raptors, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
And the shot is good.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
The Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Anthony left side. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. He said a big part of this game will depend on how well they can slow down Carmelo Anthony. He added with his size and shooting ability, he can score inside and out. We're going to try a couple different coverages and show him different looks over the course of the game to try to keep him off balance. And guys, I guess we'll see how it works. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Outside Thomas. Johnson outside with the lead pass. Toronto working the ball around now. Payne kicks to Johnson. Clock at 6. Takes it into the teeth of the D and completes the layup. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Anthony with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Feeds it to Larkin. Here's Millsap. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, and when the game went into overtime, the confidence of both teams seemed to go in opposite directions. They were on the wrong side of that equation.
And that's the case a lot of times when you have an uneven matchup like that, Steve. We've seen it before. The longer it stays close, the more confidence the underdog gains.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Thomas, here we go. Shot clock at 6. And here's Harden for 3. They get it back. Knocks it loose.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Larkin dishes to Carmelo. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, that's smart basketball. You foul and you send a very poor free throw shooter to the line.
Yeah, I think that's just smart. I mean, especially the way he's been throwing it down. Make him earn it at the stripe.
And the Raptors making a change here. McGee's checked in.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Outside Hardaway. Anthony up on top. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. That's now 8 points for Carmelo Anthony. Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. It's Harden with the drive. Pass to Thomas. Back to Harden. He dishes it to Payne. Lots of room. The shot's good from McGee.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Millsap a screen on Thomas. Hardaway passes to Larkin. Outside Anthony. 5 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. And that one hits back iron.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Out of bounds, New York takes the... As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. You take a look at the Raptors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, New York. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Looking at Toronto, they've continued their breakout season. I mean, they've showed tremendous promise thus far, and I'm looking for big things from this team.
Yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. We'll see if they can continue that momentum.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Shane Larkin, Anthony out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Dixon in at the 5 spot. Millsap kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Carmelo. Johnson with the block. Harden against Anthony. Johnson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Here's Larkin, and the rejection by Harden. Thomas against Hardaway. Dishes it to Carmelo. On deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Anthony's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for New York. Johnson sets the screen for Harden. Outside for Thomas. There's the pass to Henson. And that one's good. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Larkin. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's Millsap with the drive. And he gets it to go. Raptors leading by 5. Harden gets a screen from Johnson. Tipped away. Millsap with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's blocked by Henson. Harden right side. Pass to Thomas. Back to Harden. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Hardaway.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's going, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Thomas dishes to Johnson. Kicks to Harden. Back to Johnson. Toronto working the ball around now. The offensive rebound. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, he sets a mean screen. I know that. I mean, guys just tend to bounce off his body when he sets up and screens off a defender. So you love having a guy like that on your team as an offensive friend. He's constantly looking to get you open.
And also, if you watch him on the defensive end, you can see how tough it is to screen him off a play. I mean, he goes through it, around it, or under. He finds a way to shake off screens.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kev. Insanity in their last time out against the Bulls. Boy, was he tremendous. He picked up 10 points and did a lot of his work from the charity stripe, getting to the foul line.
And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Now, here's Thomas. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. He passes to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas goes up at the stripe. And again, Toronto no luck.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
And Toronto making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Thomas off a pick from Johnson. Thomas passes to Johnson. Takes it from 10. And it's good off the glass. Johnson's got 6. Knicks trail by 7. It's tipped and taken away by Johnson. Drops in the breakaway layup. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
Hill kicks to Rivers. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Johnson. Thomas inside. Outside DeRozan. Shot from the wing. Misses off the right iron.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
No good from Bledsoe.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Rivers kicks to Hill. The dish to Rivers. Bledsoe right side. The feed to Rivers. Pass to Duncan. And he banks in the layup. Duncan's got his first basket of the night.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
That's good. 10 points for Johnson.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Rivers against DeRozan. Rivers passes to Dawkins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
We haven't seen them get to the free throw line like they did in the first quarter.
Well, you can't get to the line if you're going to settle for jump shots. I mean, somebody's got to be aggressive and take it to the rack. So for the Knicks, Dixon's checked in for Duncan. Anthony comes in for Solomon Hill. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Austin Rivers. Into Johnson. Wow. It's Anthony with the drive. Larkin kicks to Hardaway. Here's Anthony. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
And the Raptors making a change here. McGee's checked in. Johnson kicks to Valanciunas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on.
Larkin dishes to Carmelo. Millsap up top. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, I tell you what, that is a lot harder than it appears. You got to get your body angle just right to shield you from the defense.
Payne, he's checked in for Toronto. Harden kicks to Vasquez. He feeds it to Johnson. To the middle. Harden the pass to Johnson.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line with his percentage currently about 79.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Here's Larkin. And we finished one half of basketball. After
Now, presented by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Johnson, he's in at three. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Payne. Then it's Isaiah Thomas, and it's Harden in at the two. That's the five out there for the Raptors. Johnson with a screen on Hardaway. Harden dishes to Thomas. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 8 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Larkin kicks to Anthony. Second shot opportunity. Good.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Harden gets a screen from Johnson. Harden the pass to Johnson. Outside Thomas. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Anthony kicks to Larkin. Feeds it to Millsap. He dishes it to Carmelo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. In the second half of the season, this group of teams has really heated up from beyond the arc. Number 1, the Raptors.
Kevin, it's really hard to explain, but perhaps their whole team was motivated by watching the three-point shootout during the All-Star break.
And so he hits both. Toronto leading by 8. Harden with it. Now Anthony defending. Harden kicks to Johnson. Pass to Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. What a string of games he's put together here lately. I mean, he's in high gear. Check out the stats. Second in free throw percentage. 5th in scoring. And he's been locked in from behind the arc, guys. He's in the top 20 in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage.
And as you said it, Steve, I mean, his free throw percentage is virtually unmatched. He's a guy who just doesn't take free throws lightly and makes a high percentage of them.
And Millsap backing in. And stolen by Payne. Johnson up top. 12 points for him. And he gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with the defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside kicking guys so that he can end up rolling into a basket.
Outside Millsap. 6 to shoot. Larkin kicks to Hardaway. Hands it from downtown. Hardaway's got 8 points.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. He kicks it to Johnson. Here's Harden on the wing. Dishes it to Payne. Outside Thomas. Jacks up a 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Millsap a screen on Johnson. Millsap sets the pick for Anthony. And there's the pass to Dixon. Releases. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Well, they lost a very tight game the last time these two clubs met, and you have to believe that it weren't for the foul trouble they were in, the result might have been different.
From 11 feet away, and that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 18 points.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Thomas dishes to Harden. Passes it to Valanciunas. Here's Johnson. Off target at the rim. Knicks trail by 10. Larkin, the pass to Millsap. To the inside. Larkin can't get it to go.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 5 assists in the game. New York calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Here's Rivers, averaging 6 points per contest. Out to Anthony. The 19-footer is on the money. Anthony's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Vasquez dishes to Johnson. Kicks it to DeRozan. Left side, DeRozan. Clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot at Johnson. Payne's shot is good.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Knicks trail by 12. Now Rivers. The dish to Rice. Pass to Anthony. And there's the whistle. That goes on Adrian Payne. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Rivers kicks to Anthony. New York moving the ball around. The rebound by Johnson. Raptors leading by 12. Johnson sets the screen for DeRozan. Johnson outside. And there's the feed to Vasquez. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Still Raptors ball. 2 seconds on the shot. 2.
And here are the Raptors now. He feeds it to Rice. Outside Anthony. He passes to Rivers. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Toronto's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Vasquez kicks to DeRozan. Feeds to Johnson. He dishes it to Payne. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
The 3 from Anthony, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Vasquez gets a screen from Johnson. Vasquez kicks to Payne. Pass to Johnson. Dishes it to Vasquez. Shoots the three, and that one's good. Vasquez has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Knicks trailed by 14. 1:46 left to play here in the third. Westfall. DeRozan defending. Rice passes to Carmelo. Anthony right side. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Raptors leading by 14. DeRozan dishes to Johnson. The pass to Riley. Johnson with a screen on Bledsoe. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Here's Rice. He's guarded by Johnson. Outside Anthony. Here's Westfall. A three-pointer off the mark. Toronto's gotten all 4 of their three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lining it up here. Here's Riley, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Bledsoe outside. Back to Anthony. He kicks to Rice to end the run. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Rice has got his first points of the night.
Well, I doubt that was the plan there on that trip, guys, but they did get the shot to go.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Riley kicks to Payne. Passes it to Riley. Outside DeRozan. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. DeRozan's got 11 points. Well, through 3 quarters of play.
On Tap Monday, April 15th, the Toronto Raptors hit the road to do battle with the Detroit Pistons. Be there.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And here is Johnson. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Shane Larkin is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Anthony. And it's Dixon in at the 5. Thomas passes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Valanciunas dishes to Thomas. Three-pointer. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Still Raptors ball. 21 seconds to the shot.
On the wing, Harden. Guarded by Hardaway. Harden kicks to Valanciunas. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Knicks trailed by 18. Outside Anthony. Kicks it to Hardaway. Shoots it up. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Hardaway has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for New York. Toronto leading by 16. Thomas off a pick from Johnson. Thomas passes to Johnson. Harden from deep. Offensive rebound. That one goes.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive by hitting the boards and cashing in on some of those putbacks.
And another thing he's known for all over the league is what an angry shot blocker he is. He does it with attitude when he knocks it out of the air and sends it behind the shooter.
Millsap misses. Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Johnson. 8 rebounds and 6 assists.
Well, his offense has matched his defense today. He's been excellent on both ends.
Steve, exactly right. You can't say enough about the overall job he's been doing.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Anthony kicks to Millsap. Dixon passes to Larkin. All good on the 3. Raptors leading by 20. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Harden. 16 points for Isaiah Thomas.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
Pass to Larkin. Back to Anthony. Some nice passing by New York here. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Toronto with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. Thomas dishes to paint. Valanciunas inside. The layup missed. Knicks trailed by 19. And Insanity picks up the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. And my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of foul.
Larkin kicks to Hardaway. Beyond the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Payne's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. Hardaway against Harden. There's the dish to Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Valanciunas shoots from the baseline. That one off the back iron and out.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Harden. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And the Raptors lead by 19.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Anthony.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. He has 23 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Here's Valanciunas. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Thomas. And Thomas over to help. Pass to Dixon. The feed now to Carmelo. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Anthony's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Johnson against Anthony. Johnson with a screen on Hardaway. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Knicks trail by 17. Anthony with it. He feeds it to Larkin. Back to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence. Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Soft touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 18.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Anthony with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Can't get it to go. And Toronto will go the other way with it. 22 is their biggest lead. Harden gets a screen from Johnson. Harden the pass to Johnson. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. The Knicks pull it in. And instead he picks up the foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
That could have major consequences, Kevin. With this game still in question, it's really a tough time to lose. This is...
You were selected as the Jordan Player of the Game. Any comment on that honor?
Yeah, it's great that you guys selected me, but I would give it to our team as a whole, to be honest. From the starters to the bench, every one of us stepped in and made clutch plays on both ends of the floor. It was a total team effort, and it feels weird to pick any one guy out for the honor. Really, if I had any say in it, I would give it to our entire team for the way we came together in the win. Cheesy answer, I know, man, but that's just how I feel.